Charles Matthews, Serra Varsity Wrestling, 132 pounds. I was born in Abington, Pennsylvania, but I lived in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I moved out to California when I was 12 years old.
Definitely a leader on and off the mat. He's been the Serra class president since he's been a freshman.
What happens when people come to our gym?
Coach K is our head varsity wrestling coach. I don't know how long he's been in the program, but it's been a while. He's been there all 4 of my years.
Charles came to us as a freshman and was very athletic.
What got me into wrestling was a lot of people telling me I was too small to play football. I was out on the field one day and there were a couple guys wrestling around, and one of our old seniors, Nico Capobianco, was like, hey, come to the room and give it a shot. So I did, fell in love with it, stuck to it. I was a little nervous to wrestle up on varsity my freshman year.
He was a shy kid. I kept pushing him to go to varsity. Actually, WCAL tournament, he faced the #1 seed first match because he had not a lot of victories on varsity. So beat the #1 seed, then beat the #3 seed, and lost in the finals. If he can make the finals this year, he'll be a 4-time WCAL finalist, maybe 3-time champ. And out of the last 30, since 83, 84 when WCAL started, yeah, he'll be the 4th person to win 3 WCAL titles.
Coach K definitely pushed me to take me to that next level.
Finish!
Wrestling is a sport of respect, you know. You gotta respect the sport because any given time, anything can happen.
Well, I'd say I always tell the guys, and Charles is the epitome of this, right? The nice guy off the mat, he's your friend. And then when you step in that circle, you have to have a warrior or killer mentality.
That mentality comes down to like who wants it more. You know, I kind of think of it as something that I was taught. You know, if you're underwater with somebody and you're battling to get that gasp of air, you know, who wants that gasp of air more?
Nice job!
It doesn't matter who that guy is, but once you shake hands and that whistle blows, it's a fight.
My freshman year, we only had 4 guys join, and 3 of us stuck with it. Marcellus Eisen, myself, and Carson Trimmer.
You know, it's awesome to have him this year in our room as a leader because, you know, our wrestling program's always had usually the seniors lead, and so he was behind some other good wrestlers that we had last year.
Definitely want to thank Coach K. He was the first person, he was technically the ticket to my first varsity match, you know, forced me to wrestle up to 120s when I was a 115-pounder varsity at Archbishop Mitty. And I won that match, and I was like, hey, you know, I can do this. Definitely Coach Monet, you know, works with me in the room. Jerry, definitely, for being a good partner. The seniors before me, Jack Woods, Nico Capobianco, Mikey Pacina, Evan Jones, Evan Barrett, you know, those guys, Jacob Aho, they just kind of showed me what I wanted to be as a captain, what I want to be as a leader, you know, leading my own legacy and leaving my name up on the board. The guys at Smash Gyms as well. This summer was a blowout summer for me. I saw an explosion in my skill and my abilities, you know, thanks to Coach Ray and, you know, Grandpa, Coach Scott, you know, Coach Jacob Palomino. He talks about iron sharpens iron. Having guys in the room like Adam Arenas and Harrison, you know, Calvin Antonio and Christians, to know that I'm wrestling someone, CCS champion, state qualifiers, makes me think, okay, I got just a little bit better today. It's just a blessing. And my parents, you know, my mom and my dad, from taking me from what I was to all the camps, the clinics, tournaments, mom waking up at, you know, 4 a.m., you know, 5 a.m. to go get me breakfast from Starbucks, so I had something to take to a tournament. My dad for, you know, making the time when he was working in the summer to take me to camps, to take me to clinics, you know, spend days with me, watch wrestling in college.
He doesn't do anything half, right? And so I'm looking forward to seeing him wrestle at that next level, because knowing that at that next level, when he listens or when he gets a coach, the coach is going to make him just so much greater than what we could ever do.
I think the best is yet to come, you know, honing those abilities, doing rep after rep after rep, even beyond high school, like college, building that repertoire, building that strength, that determination, that endurance. Just, I think there's so much more that I can build on. I just love the sport too much.
The competition is tough and it's fierce, and that's why, you know, this accomplishment, if Charles gets it, to be a 3-time WCAL champion is just amazing. We've only had 2 make it 4 times, and Charles will be the 4th 3-time WCL champ.
It's not about leaving my name on the banners, right? It's about what I leave behind for the program as well. I want to contribute to my 4 years, and then the years behind me, the sophomores, the juniors, the freshmen that are just now joining for the first time. I want to tell them, hey, you can do this. You can stick with this. It might be hard now, but if you work hard, you'll definitely get it.
30 seconds!